Basically, what happened is there was a concerned Kenyan that went on social media, specifically on Twitter, and he talked about bodies being found in Rivayala. He tagged Boniface Mwangi a few times, and Boniface Mwangi, the activist that we know, he contacted us. Back then, I used to work for Haki Africa. He contacted us, and myself, Boniface Mwangi, and Haki Africa's executive director, Hussein Khalid, we went to Rivayala. And also we were with one other person called Ojiro, and the diver. I don't want to say his name for his own safety. Yes,
purposes,
yes. So when we went there, when we reached Rivayala, in the first 10 minutes, we found 3 bodies floating in the river. And we were shocked because we wondered, like, how come the media doesn't know about this? And we called a few media people in Siaya and Kisumu, because most of the media people were based in Kisumu, and they told us they had no idea that this thing was happening. So now, when they came to Rivayala, we showed them the bodies, and we did the story, and that's how the story broke out. And later, we went to the mortuary in Yala Sub County Hospital. And there we found 31 unclaimed bodies.
Oh man!
And when you were there, because we were also communicating with some of the families that had their people who had been missing for some time from all over the country, and they were telling us, can you get the pictures of those bodies and send them to us so that we can see if it's one of our people or not. And it was shocking, because you get into the mortuary, the bodies are just piled up in the freezer.
Man, that's
and like
crazy.
And like the mortuary attendants are just stepping over bodies to get to bodies, pull them out. We take photos of their faces and send them to families.
That's traumatizing.
It was very, very traumatizing, and we thank God that a few of those families actually managed
to get closure,
to get closure and find their people. And these were people that have been missing from different parts of the country, because somebody is missing somebody went missing in Nairobi, is found in Yala. Somebody went missing in Nakuru, is found in Yala. Somebody went missing in Northeastern, is found in Yala. And we were wondering, like, how does somebody just disappear from one part of the country, then reappear in another part of the country? And all of these bodies, they didn't have identification documents, they didn't have clothes, and all of them were men, you know, and they were men between the age of 18 to 35, the youth bracket. And that is why, as Missing Voices, we try to appeal to the youth, because these were people who had families and then they disappeared, and because they didn't have identification, the process of identifying them was also very, very long. So the intention was that when these people were killed, they were not supposed to be found.
Oh man!
And when they were found, they were found in a very, very bad state. Some of them were put in sacks and put into the river. Then the bodies bloated, and then the sacks burst open.
Oh man!
And bodies were found. And these are the things that we are saying as a coalition, the Missing Voices Coalition. We do not want these things to be happening in a country that has a constitution, has the rule of law. We have systems. We have the criminal justice system. These are things that if somebody has a problem with somebody, if I have a problem with you, David, I can take you to court.
We use the judicial system.
Yes, we have a system. Why should I just take you and put you in a river and kill you?
No, that's completely unacceptable.
Yes.
Mugurines, if I can involve you in this conversation as well. You are part of Missing Voices. What is your role in Missing Voices, if I may ask?
My role in the Missing Voices is speaking to the voice of the voiceless, the citizens who have been affected by the violence of police brutality, and everyone, because I lost a brother, so I felt like this is the place for me to voice out what I felt and how I can best help. If my voice can be able to reach people and give them hope and give them a sense of justice, that there are people who hear their cries and there's hope for a better tomorrow. then that's where you find me.
You lost your brother due to police brutality, or if you don't mind my asking, and again condolences for that.
We're not sure yet,
Hmm.
because we just found his body lying dead. We're not sure who did it. So we did a research for a while, but because we are really grieving, we weren't able to continue with the investigations.
Yeah, my condolences about that, Mugurenes. And I'm glad that at least you're using that experience to be a voice for other people, and it must be difficult, even in a grieving process, in a process of so much difficulty, when you are, still putting yourself out there to be a voice for other people. How are you managing the emotions and the mental challenges that come with that?
I think I tend to cling on the good side of things. Like, if I can use this to help other people, then it gives me joy. And when I think of my brother, I think of the fun moments. Don't think of the scenario that we last saw him in. Yeah.
Man, that's powerful. I want to bring back the two gentlemen as well. And President William Ruto had made a statement, a very bold statement, talking about the history of police that have been killing innocent Kenyans. What do you make of that statement coming from the head of state?
Thank you, David. For me, I think it's a case of finally, just like the words of common say, justice is just positioning us. Justice for all is just ain't specific enough. So it's good that finally the president is positioning the right sentiments to the people, is giving the direct orders, the direct ideologies that for so long have been boiling inside us. And I would love to see it now going forward with it, with the media also just being able to shed on more light so that it can be a transparent thing. And finally, some of these people can get at least the justice they deserve, because there's so many ED enforced disappearance, whereby today you are with someone, you are just chilling, you are just probably on a radio, and tomorrow nobody knows the whereabouts of Frank Zaga. And just like that, boom, I'm gone forever and ever, only to be realized probably 6-7 months later, when I cannot even be identified well if it's truly me.
Yeah.
So like it's something like I would love to see if it can really go on and it can be shed light, and most importantly, justice can be found.
Oh, that's very powerful of you to say. Thanks, Frank Zaga. Alexander Mbella, I know we have about 3 minutes until the top of the hour. What is the power in that statement? Or is it a statement that he should absolve himself of responsibility from, because he was also part of the past administration? That's also what some people are asking. But what is the power of that statement coming from a sitting president?
The president, when he admitted to the country that there is a unit in the DCI that is killing Kenyans. And the power of that statement is that when a president who has advisors, who has all that information, when he says that truly there was a unit in the DCI that was killing Kenyans, we are going to take that statement as true, because he is a man that is privy to a lot of information in this country. So the next step, what is going to be the next step after the president has told us this? Number one, what has happened is that this unit, the Special Services Unit, has been recalled to DCI headquarters. That is okay. But now the next step is, are these people going to be prosecuted? Because the president has admitted that these are the people that were killing innocent Kenyans. And even if those people are not innocent, there is a system. They were supposed to arrest them and take them to court. But they are not supposed to kill these people, so making them like they are the ones who are the judges and the executioners. So now we are demanding, as the Missing Voices Coalition, that these people have to be prosecuted and taken through a court of law. We're not saying that they should be killed because they killed other Kenyans.
Yeah.
That is not what we want.
Yeah.
We want to follow the rule of law. And the rule of law is they should be taken through the criminal justice system. And if they are found guilty, they should be prosecuted so that the families of all these Kenyans that have died can get justice. And let me just put this thing into perspective for you, David.
In about a minute.
In a minute, please. Right now, as at now, there are 109 Kenyans that are dead because of police killings. That is the data that we have. Okay? And we have 10 enforced disappearances in this country. Okay? Out of those enforced disappearances, 2 of them were found dead, 1 was found alive, and 7 of them are nowhere to be seen. So we have 7 families in this country right now, and maybe even more than 7, that do not know where their people are. And then there's our president that has said that there's a unit in the DCI that was disappearing people. So these families are demanding justice. And because we as the missing voices are representatives of the people, as the civil society in this country, we are asking that there has to be prosecution of these members of the Special Services Unit so that we can have justice, and this thing should stop.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to be coming back in the next hour just for a few minutes to just understand a little bit more of what Missing Voices is doing. What are some of the projects that you're involved in? Because, we know that you're involved with artists, you're also involved with creatives, but also you're involved with the civil society as well. So it's like a conglomerate of a lot of bodies coming together to work together. So the next hour, we're going to be finding out a little bit more about what Missing Voices are doing and even how you can be a part of this conversation from where you are. Keep it on #MorningFix. Remember, get in on the conversation with us